Oh, hey everybody. So I was been in the funeral home here. I'm in Miami, and so much stuff I want to say about Sonny, but still want to type it. But you know, you're in there picking out a fucking urn and a casket and not a casket. We're having her cremated tomorrow, and it's so businesslike in there. And well, this price is, you know, and you can get this program, and it's this $34.95. You know, I'm like, this is fucking crazy. She's 34 years old. Oh my God. So now we'll go back to Pensacola. Oh, great, man. Get in your boat, and she's fucking dead. I'm telling you, you might, like I've said a couple of times earlier, you might consider mending some relationships because it's not worth it. And, you know, like I said the other day, somebody had told me, oh, you're going to be such a different person, but no shit. You know, I haven't got any sleep, which I'm not whining and complaining about. I'm just telling you that it just goes with this territory that, you know, you have a child that dies and some of no fault of her own. And this thing was just been so ugly, and it just crept and just kept getting closer and closer. And I don't know if I ever told you the story, but when we were at Sloan Kettering 2 years ago, the first scan was clear. And then on New Year's Eve, 2019, I guess it was, it came back and she was ate up. And Drew and I were in there, Aiden was in there, and she just went to pieces and ran out of the hospital and down the street in the middle of Manhattan. Look at me, I'm losing my fucking hair too. But it'll do that to you too. Look at that. But, and she ran down the street. It totally freaked all of us out because the first one had been clear and it just came out of nowhere. And Carol, the oncologist, said, oh, this is such a good sign. And Sonny says that Carol said, this means you're going to beat it. I don't remember her saying that. Maybe that was wishful thinking, but, and so after the big shock of, her being ate up, which it got way worse, man. It got way worse. And those last ones, she wouldn't even share with me. That last scan, she wouldn't let me see it. And I don't have the portal to get in her thing in the University of Miami. So I don't know what it looked like. And I'm also thinking that she was so disoriented, and it was so ugly there this last few days. I think it might have metastasized in her brain too. I don't know. I really don't. You know, I don't know if that just went with the territory. But this last few days, when I came down here with God bless his soul, when I'm hanging up that, when Drew called me and said he better, thank God he called me. I had like a day left, man, and I got on that plane that night or the next morning, I don't remember, and got down here. But she was not here when I got here, and I called Pam and I said, you better get on the plane and come on down here. This is bad. And Pam's like, what do you, and I said, believe me, this is bad. This is really bad. I just saw her humped over in the bed like that. Not even making any sense. So a few hours before she died, you know, I told her that I loved her, and she got it out that she said, I love you too. And I know she heard me. But just watching that whole process in that last 3 hours of her just slipping away, and her breathing got shallower and shallower and shallower to her. And Drew, she was right here on Drew's shoulder. And I'm just like, this is unreal. This is not even my life. This is crazy. And so now I'm in a fucking funeral home. And so I'll go back to a boat and a Corvette and all, which it means, you know, I'm just angry and just pissed. I don't think there could be any child closer than me and she and I was. You can't be. I made a photo of the number of video calls we made. I think it was January 30th or something. And we were talking 15 times a day just for 2 minutes, but just checking in. And then when she got worse, it got a lot more infrequent. And then at the end, when she was crying. I'm like, honey, and she, she knew it, and she was always saying, I'll let you know when it's time to panic, but she never told me that. And when she finally slipped out in the end, her breathing just, like I said, just where I didn't even think she was alive, and she was on Drew's, he was holding her, and I couldn't even see her. And the nurse says she's still alive, and I'm like, golly, it was 4 o'clock in the morning by then. This has been going on since 10, or no, that's not true, 8 the night before in that hospice that they put her over there. She's pulling her IVs out and pulling her oxygen. She didn't like all that stuff. She hated that kind of stuff. So now, I want to go home tonight. I need to get back home, but I'm telling you, sounds cliched, but you got problems with your family members or somebody, it ain't worth it, man, to care, because you can't fix anything after somebody's dead. You can, no matter what happened, unless it's just some unforgivable sin, which there is a few, but not in my life. I don't know anybody that I can't forgive, or vice versa. It's never been that nuts. And life is unbelievably quick. My dad, listen, I'm already at 6 minutes. I'm just jabbering. That's why I didn't want to type, because I need a talk show, a TV show. My dad always said, the older you get, the faster you're going to find that time goes. And boy, he was right. It's just flying by. She was born yesterday. I was in high school yesterday. You people, Kathy, and some people probably looking at this, Mary Laird, and we're just in high school yesterday, and now I'm old and I'm losing. This made me lose my hair, and but she really, I'm going to wind this up, but she really, really, really enjoyed those videos that we did. She looked forward to it, and we made a couple of scratch videos. She says, no, I didn't look that good. Let's do another one. After we'd been on, the air for 20 minutes, we had to scrub it, but I kept all that. I'm going to maybe go back to that first one and put it out sometime soon, but this thing in the funeral home is going to, finalize it for now, and it's just been surreal to bury her 34, and she's fixing to be cremated. She's in there, but I really don't want to see her. I'm scared to. I saw my mom, and I wish that I wouldn't have done that. I did take a ton of pictures the other night, which I'll never share with anybody. A ton of pictures of me and her, and I talked to her, and after she passed, and I said quite a bit about her seeing my mom, and again. But anyway, thanks for everybody's support, and we'll talk later.